Hi there everybody, thanks for joining me. I wanted to have a chat with you today about a term and a process that is at the core of trauma-sensitive yoga or trauma-informed yoga. So it's a term that I hadn't heard of before doing this work actually. It's called interoception. Now, what this term is referring to is a process within our mind and our bodies that allows us to get a sense of ourself. So it allows us to understand what's going on internally within the boundaries of our skin, as David Emerson would say, who is the leading expert in this field. So to give you an example, if you're sitting watching this here with me now, chances are you've got your feet on the ground. So there are two ways to know your feet are on the ground. You can simply look at them and you will quite clearly see that they are touching the floor. The other way that you'll know that they're on the ground is by feeling that they're on the ground. So you will be able to, if you push into the tops of your feet or the heels of your feet, you'll be able to feel the ground below you. So your ability to feel that sensation is interoception, basically. So another few examples would be that if you've ever had a tight muscle, you know that you need to stretch it, right? So you can feel the muscle and you need to stretch it out so that it feels better. Another process of interoception is getting hungry. So you can feel that sensation within your stomach and you know the action that needs to be made is to go and nourish yourself. So you know that you need to eat. So this is the process of interoception. Now, why is this important for the trauma-sensitive yoga? It's important because children that have experienced complex trauma, such as abuse and neglect throughout their childhood, it might be a one-off experience such as a car crash. It might be consistent and constant bullying at school. So all of these are traumatic events and experiences. So children that have gone through this generally go through a process of disassociating from their bodies, quite simply because they have now become fearful of the sensations within their bodies. So they consider their bodies to be unreliable and unsafe and unpredictable, which is the scariest feeling of all. So what trauma-informed yoga can do in the process of interoception is when we invite a child to do a certain pose or form, we might say, you might like to tilt your head to the side. So if a child is tilting their head to the side, we would then invite them to, now you might notice that your muscle down the side of your neck is feeling a little different. Now, it's as simple as that. Now, I hope you noticed the language that I was using as well. So it's more of an invitation. We never dictate to children what they should or should not do with their bodies. At the end, it's their decision and they should have absolute control as well, which is another key aspect of trauma-informed yoga. So when we're practicing this process of interoception, what we're getting children to do is start connecting with that body part or those sensations and simply taking notice. So we want them to begin noticing these sensations within their bodies so they start reconnecting with their bodies in a healthy way and start to build that trust with their bodies again, because they've lived within this scary environment, their body, for a long time, and to come out of that is a really long process. So that's how interoception works within trauma-informed or trauma-sensitive yoga. So I hope it gives you a bit of an insight as to what we're trying to achieve with the language that we're using, but also how that's working with the mind and body connection as well. So thanks for joining me today, and I will connect with you soon. Thank you.